The idea that this motorcycle girl kills someone in broad daylight and then performs a getaway that's so very slow that the man running through some back alleys is able to keep up with her.
What do you think you were doing anyway?
Yeah, I wanted to get the license plate of the guy who took a shot at you.
Well, that was foolish.
Trying to get the plate is foolish. Is it better to let her get away?
Did you get the license plate?
No, he got away.
Maybe you should spend a little less time trying to be a hero.
Being a hero equals getting a license plate.
You left Mom in the street, alone, and hurt.
No, he left her with security guards after confirming like 3 times that she wasn't injured in any way, so fuck you, annoying sister cliche.
In the street.
Where was it again? Oh, that's right, in the fucking street. Thanks for confirming again.
To get a license plate?
Yes, to get the plate of someone who committed murder, you absolute moron.
You don't believe me?
I love you. Mom loves you. It's getting hard when he won't be truthful with us.
She has absolutely no reason to disbelieve him whatsoever. At least give us a scene where her being skeptical is justified, for God's sake.
Well, you know your family's at the tippy top of my list of priorities. And you're welcome.
Should he have thanked him for the sarcastic comment, or for basically stating he's not giving police protection because his mother wasn't the target?
I can't very well explain to her that I left our mother alone and bleeding on the pavement.
Was she bleeding? We weren't shown that. Long awkward staring that would make sense if he knew who she was, because as it happens he doesn't and is thus just awkwardly staring at a woman, and that's sinful on a lot of levels.
It's easy to forget, but he lived apart from civilization for 5 years.
So what? He gets like a free pass?
Ugh, this girl's so annoying.
Chi si volta, chi si gira, sempre casa va finita. No matter which way you go or turn, you always end up at home.
Entering and weirdly talking Latin to hide the fact that she was rudely eavesdropping.
I'm heading out.
Let's take one of the guys with you.
I can take care of myself.
I can take care of myself, cliche.
Frank, that meeting you requested, you can do it.
I'm so sorry, something has come up.
Don't have to tell him something's come up when he was in the other room with you not 60 seconds ago when you were told you had another meeting. This show is running low on younger women who do not have a huge attitude problem.
Whoever is pruning the family tree is looking to make Bertinelli suffer.
How often does this woman wear this dress that she was caught in the street for her police undercover photos on board montage, and now she's wearing it to dinner with our main boy? Dude, get a mask. It's no wonder you're late to help out when you gotta stop to paint your face first.
I knew.
Backhanded across the face and it leaves absolutely no mark. Slipping plastic cuffs ex machina. My word, at the very least get a stuntman who looks vaguely similar to the actor he's portraying. Before the altercation, you can clearly see an arrow on the right hand side of the car. So what? Maybe Oliver fired at it before and they never removed it, I hear you say. However, watch as the fight begins and Oliver fires an arrow at the car and it hits exactly where the other arrow was. This would be bad enough, however, as the car begins to drive off, we then see the arrow has now disappeared. Then on a close-up shot, the arrow has now reappeared, but now is seemingly next to the car. Finally, as it drives past, the arrow once again disappears. Now that is one magic arrow. I think this calls for 15 sins for being incredibly lazy and not noticing a huge error like this.
Does it come in purple?
SuperheroVigilanteCostumes.com.
How about just a little?
Pointing a crossbow at someone is infinitely less threatening when you have no bolt loaded.
It's Oliver and Laurel. It always has been. That's not gonna change.
Seriously, she made the mistake of bringing up him working for Oliver, and now after everything he said and done to get back with her in the first place, he's accusing her of still having feelings for him. I wouldn't have such an issue with this dumbass plot twist if it actually made literally any sense.
Why don't you both join us?
No, we're just gonna have a drink
We'd love to. I told you I couldn't be hurt again.
I'm not trying to hurt you.
So, making me have dinner with the love of your life is what, Oliver?
My god, this is the height of stupidity. It was her who asked the two of them to join them for dinner, and right away Oliver said no. Then during the meal they trade silly old stories, one of which reveals that they had a relationship, but nothing about them still having feelings for each other. It's so dumb and nonsensical that I'm adding 5 sins here.
I saw the way you looked at her. That kind of love doesn't die.
The writer of this episode brings up the age-old cliche of, I saw the way you looked at them, as though love is conveyed through the eyes alone. This evidence of eye flirtation is reason enough for her to not only break up with him, but to no doubt go back to murdering people. Asian Tom Hanks. This guy decides to not use his weapon because things and reasons. Agent Tom Hanks is also not very smart, sitting there whilst his guards are taken out, rather than getting up and either trying to escape or help out.
Rico's not answering his walkie. Check it out.
During an emergency, the front door is left unlocked. Being able to fire an arrow and then make it bend through time and space to curl around a person and disarm them.
My dad threw a party every year, and he would put a Christmas tree in every room.
And all the poor kids in the city had none. It was the best Christmas ever.
Is everything okay?
The vigilante has struck again.
Assumptions. Boy, the police sure had this crime scene secured. Despite being nowhere near the police station, Oliver still knows when the phone has been taken out of the bag.
Show up, look fantastic, and bring some Christmas cheer, okay?
Okay. Fine.
Sister being irritating again for little to no reason.
And you can tell him if he's got a problem with that, he can...
Walking down the deserted back alley at night and expecting to somehow not get killed. Stands there looking at what is quite obviously a bomb for 10 seconds before running.
Thea, I have something to tell you.
Entering a girl's bedroom half a second after knocking.
The other Archer moved to the next level. He's taking hostages. This just hit the news.
Did he go into this room prior to finding Oliver to turn the TV to the correct channel, turn it off, find Oliver and then come back? Or did he just assume before even turning the TV on that it would be on this specific channel?
Go! Run!
For some reason, his hood has to be up when he wants to fight, which makes little sense as you'd think it would get in the way more than have any positive effect. Doesn't stick around to end the bad guy after knocking him out. 45 seconds of the exact same scene we were shown in the previous episode.
I know I shouldn't have.
It's stolen evidence. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have.
So in his mind, the phone is to be considered evidence, and yet he leaves said evidence on his desk, you know, rather than putting it in the room police stations have called the evidence room. Instead of killing him. Oh no, if only he could have charged at him and ran past him out of the building. Oh yeah.
I know. You're afraid to live? Let me get you out of here.
The guy killed like 4 people in extremely horrific ways, and worse, it was people that literally had done nothing wrong. I'm giving 5 sins for him even attempting to save a serial killer. Really easy to see that this is not the same guy as 2 seconds ago. TV show tells us that this man burns alive and doesn't scream. Wet shirt? Dry shirt?
She's hooking up with Tommy's dad.
That's insane.
I just saw them together.
Yes, that statement is literal and factual. She saw them together. Standing together with a folder in hand, to be precise.
She's not cheating on Walter.
You don't want to believe it because you have this perfect image of Mom in your head.
Complete and utter assumptions and BS.
She's a liar. And a cheater.
I'm sorry, but this is so dumb I'm straight up adding 5 cents here. If she was basing her assumptions on any small pieces of evidence other than seeing the two of them standing next to each other, I could let this go. But this is so sinful and irritating as hell.
At my party. Right here in front of me. Walter hasn't been gone 2 months. And you're already cheating on him.
This is too annoying. She's acting like this because she saw him touch her back and leave. You know, like people do. Oh, when you greeted that guy, you kissed his cheek. Even that would be more cheating than someone standing near you and or touching your back when they say goodbye. I'm adding 10 cents for these ridiculous outbursts based upon nothing.
Good thing you're qualified to take his place. Ted, I think your convincing is going to have to be a lot more convincing.
Oh, dude, just say you'll join the bloody team. You don't have to mean it, you donut.
Or, once we do this, we're on a plane and she can go home to your nephew. It's your call.
Oliver heard all of this, including him getting taken at gunpoint in the first place, and never decided to begin making his way over to him at the start.
Miss Queen has no priors.
Well, just because Miss Queen's family sweeps her priors under the rug doesn't mean they don't exist.
Well, they're either on record or they're not. Or does the lawyer have some special clean record for her and the judge has the official not clean criminal record? This makes no sense at all.
This case will proceed to trial.
Why would it go to trial if she's already pled guilty by telling her lawyer to accept the deal from the prosecution?
Thea, we will handle this, I promise.
Like you promised Walter you'd always stay faithful to him?
Go ahead and take another 5 cents, you stupidly written, cliched character.
I feel better already.
That's enough.
Don't worry. Sounds like you won't have to be putting up with me much longer.
Let her go to jail and this show gets 100% better in my estimations.
You can't divulge secrets you don't know.
Hard to believe that he'd go on to clean up his act and become head of the Central City Police Force, eh?
Vertigo. Its purest form.
If you're going to attempt to claim that this is an injection, you should probably hide a little better the liquid clearly pouring down your hand. Well, a little bit harder to imagine he came back from this to join the police.
I say thanks, but no thanks.
You don't actually have a choice.
Don't. Actually, I do. So I decide not to be your ex-girlfriend's office monkey.
Not using the automatic lip on the side of the car and in doing so, looking like an idiot. Starts behind him, does a fancy swing around and ends up behind him. Nice move? This guy was knocked out by falling on his stomach. The names are now visible compared to when she first showed it to Walter, stating that he needed a special pair of glasses to read the names on it.
You need to shut the fuck up!
Never go out loud at all. Come cheer up my nights. Come cheer up my nights. It's better to go loud and lost. Incredibly.